Today we are at the equivalent of a UK service station on Miracle Grow.
Can I just say that in all our years of marriage, I never thought I would hear you say, oh look, there's a smiling beaver face.
When was the last time you went into your local petrol station and saw a shop? Did it look anything like this?
It's actually overwhelming. Welcome to the world's largest gas station.
We're Marion and Chris. In 2018, we quit the 9-to-5 and bought Trudy, our camper van.
We are currently on an adventure to drive the circumference of the world.
Okay, so today we're heading west towards San Antonio, but on the way we have a couple of exciting places to show you. We've got a bit of a grey day today. Still got weather warnings today, but mostly in middle and northern Texas, so all good. We've escaped the crazy storms. There's a name you'll all recognise, Houston. That is the Houston skyline here in Texas. And on cue, that's the Houston traffic.
In fact, my first experience of America is actually Houston Airport in transit.
Okay, straight over this junction and then you can park up. It should be on the left. So this is our little detour from Houston, just off the I-10 highway. Welcome to the beer house. This house was actually created by a guy called John Milkovich, and he used to drink a 6-pack of beer every day, and he kept the cans. In 1960, when he retired, he made it a mission to use the cans to completely cover his house and to make a gate and fence and put them on the trees. And when he passed in 1988, he had used a whopping 39,000 beer cans and had spent 18 years covering his house. Isn't that just wonderful? And you can hear them ringing out. It's like the ultimate wind chime. We saw this and thought it was just such an unusual place that we thought we had to stop. Unfortunately, we can't actually go in there. Look, it's open Saturdays and Sundays, and we've literally just parked on the residential street here. You can see it from the road.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's art in a new form, isn't it? He's even edged the edge of the sidewalk here of his house and the fence all the way along. Look, even the gate going in. Like, he's dug cans into the sidewalk here. Absolutely fantastic.
Apparently John was not a massively keen gardener, so he decided to concrete all these pathways. He's put loads of little marbles and beads, so around the floor it looks like there are jewels in the ground. Also up on the walls as well here. I suppose if you don't like gardening, that's a great way to not have to cut the grass. You can actually see where John cut the beer cans and flattened them out to cover the walls. A bit like here as well, on the top here, to weatherproof the top of the wooden fence. The majority of the cans seem to be a beer that's called Texas Pride or light beer. Look at those.
Okay, on to the next stop. As you drive around the interstates of Texas and Florida, Alabama, even Georgia, you see these huge signs with a smiling beaver. This is actually the symbol for Buc-ee's, which is a big gas station stroke convenience store. We first saw them actually on a video by Cara and Nate, where they spent 24 hours sleeping at the world's largest gas station. we're actually going to be driving past a very famous Buc-ee's because it has a world record. So we thought we'd take you in and go and see what it's all about. Buc-ee's, next exit.
Can I just say that in all our years of marriage, I never thought I would hear you say, oh look, there's a smiling beaver face.
Look at the size of this.
Look at the size of that beaver.
So welcome to our first ever Buc-ee's. We've come down just outside of Houston to a place called Katy or Katy, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. They claim to have the world's longest car wash. It was built back in 2017, is a whopping 255 feet long, costs $3 million to make, takes 5 minutes to go through the car wash, and can fit up to 16 cars at a time. Is that not nuts?
It's $10 for the basic, $13 for the deluxe, $16 for the work. There is a constant stream of vehicles coming through. No wonder they need the longest one. Walking down the side of the car wash, it smells lovely. It's very fragrant and soapy. It's interesting because the cars come in and then they load up onto this conveyor belt, which takes them at exactly the right speed so nobody has any accidents. It's fantastic.
So what's really cool, apart from the fact it started raining, is that the side of the car wash is completely open. They've got different coloured suds. Yeah, this is for pre getting off your bugs.
So to get the bug removal off your windscreen before you go through.
But just to give you a perspective, look, that's the start. It goes all the way along here. And that's the end. Well, we timed that right because the heavens have just opened.
They have indeed.
So we're going to head further west now, try somewhere to park up for tonight. And I know so many of you are going to say, but you didn't film inside Buc-ee's. Well, tomorrow we're going to go to the world's biggest Buc-ee's and have some brunch. So we're saving that one for tomorrow.
We're Buc-ee fans! Everyone loves a happy beaver!
You can't beat a smiling beaver. Straight and turn right, Marianne.
Thank you, Christopher.
Because I know you get lost in a car park, so getting a petrol station this side, you got no chance.
I was literally hoping, when is he going to put the camera down and tell me where to go?
Good morning. We had a fabulous night's sleep here in this rest stop. And in fact, we had the good news this morning that we hit 80,000 subscribers on our channel. So thank you to each and every one of you who has taken the time to subscribe. You guys rock. Anyway, today we're going to be heading to another Buc-ee's, one that's a little bit special and is just down the road. Well, they say everything in Texas is big.
Well, they're not wrong!
Today we are at the equivalent of a UK service station on Miracle Grow.
Welcome to the world's largest gas station.
And with 1,000 parking spaces, it's pretty easy to find a parking spot. It was built in 2012 and is indeed the world's largest gas station. But how many pumps does it have?
1, 2, 3, 4. $119! 120!
Yes, they have a whopping 120 pumps here. Crazy! Yeah!
And if you need any ice, they've got plenty here.
And they go around the corner. 64?
64 ice freezers.
That's nuts. And amazingly, it has the world's largest convenience store. So we're gonna go in and have a look.
Yeah.
Wow. I cannot believe how big this store. When was the last time you went into your local petrol station and saw a shop? Did it look anything like this?
But you have to look at this t-shirt. Peace, love, and Buc-ee's.
And the shop is filled with their own branded goods. What a fantastic place. So if you're wondering what they have in this huge convenience store, this is the barbecue section. Texas, of course, is home of the barbecue.
It's actually overwhelming. They've got so much stuff here, but also they've got so many different drink stations, they've got snacks, they've got wine sections. A lot of the stuff is their own branded stuff, and it's like the coffee stations, and it's massive. It's massively mind-blowing. I've just spotted an iced coffee machine. I think we should definitely have one of those in our van.
Apparently, the restrooms here are the cleanest in the world. They're supposed to be world famous. So we're gonna go to the loo and check them out. So trying to film in a toilet is never an easy thing, but we'll do our best to show you what it's like inside. It already looks like a hotel. Look how clean the tiled walls are.
And also they've got like an art gallery all the way around. There's some beautiful artwork.
And yes, indeed, they are very clean. After that, let's go see if we can buy some food. So in the middle section here, they've got all this food places. They got the famous brisket here. You can get pulled pork sandwiches already made here. Sausage on a stick, fried chicken sandwiches, brisket sandwiches, obviously a thing. Or if you fancy something sweet,
Let's go nuts.
let's go nuts. They got all these nuts here, look, in honey and toffee and caramel, pecans, cashews and almonds. Okay, look at these.
Look at all these down here. Blueberry cheesecake,
Oh my
tiger
goodness.
butter.
Oh, that's ice cream in balls.
Yes, and then it melts in your mouth. It's so good.
Oh wow.
It's a big thing.
It's
here.
a big thing. Is that a Texas thing or just like a...
It's a Texas Buc-ee thing.
It's a Buc-ee thing. Dippin' Dots.
I got the banana split, and it is very banana-y. It's just really lovely. It's very unusual because it's like little ice chips that then melt in a lovely creamy way and fill your mouth with loveliness. Thank you very much.
Is that a good way of saying it?
It's delicious.
Okay, cotton candy.
Just let it happen. Let it happen.
That is a really strange texture.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
When it melts, it turns into ice cream.
Yeah.
But to begin with, it feels really like...
Unusual. Did you want to chew it or do
Yeah.
something? Yeah, I know, you just have to let it happen.
And then look, they've got all their homemade beef jerky here. Look at that, so many different flavors. Teriyaki, maple and cherry. And if you're wondering, they've got a whopping 31 cash registers. So we just bought lunch.
I've got to say that the staff obviously are employed for their happy demeanour and their lovely personalities, because absolutely everyone we asked a question to about Buc-ee's had the biggest smile and were the cutest people, weren't they? They were
Absolutely.
so friendly.
And if you do drive through Texas, I definitely recommend coming here.
Yeah.
It is an experience you will not forget. Home sweet home. Lunchtime.
I have very high expectations on this sandwich.
The chopped brisket sandwich, £7.49. No, $7.49. And the barbecue turkey.
sandwich was $6.49.
There you go. So we bought two different ones. We cut them in half and share.
My goodness, it does smell really
It
good.
smells good. Barbecue turkey. Look, there's a lot of meat in that. Let me just have a look there. Yes, there's a lot. Oh
Wow,
yeah,
that
look
is
at
a lot
that.
of meat.
That's a lot of meat.
I'll go first because I'm really hungry this morning. Mmm, really smoky.
Good. Everything it says on the tin.
everything it says on the tin.
After that delicious turkey sandwich, it's time for the brisket. It's time for the brisket. And the lady on the counter said her favourite was the chopped brisket rather than the sliced. So we went with that recommendation.
We did go with that recommendation.
I get to go first this time, Marianne. Wow, look at all that meat. And it looks really soft and smells delicious. So let's give this a go. Lovely chopped brisket, slightly sweet from the marinade. It's got a bit of a sauce, but really, really good. Moist, and the bun is nice and soft. Oh yeah. I wish the service stations back home served burgers or food like this. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, finishing off here at Buc-ee's. Join us on the next episode as we head into the city of San Antonio.